or whatever.
I believe our guest is here.
She is phenomenal because I was about ready to tell you what I had for dinner. Let me get over.
I made delicious Philly cheesesteaks.
Hi guys.
I hear you.
Oh, there we go.
Hey now. Yeah, now things are working. And look, our little bit rate button now on our OBS is in green. Everything's working so smoothly. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
Well, shitty weather today. Still stuck in the house. Red Sox game got postponed, so there goes my motivation for 2:00 today. But other than that, good, I guess. Good. All that fun stuff. I noticed I was preparing for the show, and I had to go back and watch my own the last time you were on, so I didn't re-ask any stupid questions and sound even less professional. And I realized that it's been a little over a year the last time you were on here.
Yeah. I feel like it was like beginning of pandemic when I was on. Yeah.
It was. And it's funny because I was listening to it and it's weird because it was like around March 25th or so. And we're talking, you can hear in our voices how it just started and you still had an event for Limitless that you go, oh, it's going to probably get canceled anyways. And I was like, oh, you never know. And I'm like, oh, look at us. We have no idea.
Yeah, everything got canceled. So
the whole world. But a lot. Well, first of all, what we touched on last time was you got a new home. We talked about everything that we were watching and about sharing Netflix accounts. So what? How is it? It's been a year since your new home. So how are things going?
It's great. It's completely remodeled.
Oh, excellent.
Very, very happy with how the remodel went. I'm broke because I went a little crazy, but I'm hoping I can just flip it and profit and move somewhere warm.
There you go. Well, I watch those things all the time. Well, I used to. I don't watch them as much anymore. But me and my wife, we would watch those where people would buy a house, put a ton of money and work into it, flip it, and just keep doing that and just keep flipping. And I'm like, man, it looks like so much fun. And then my wife, I go, well, you don't do any of the work. You don't do anything. So maybe you can flip it.
Yeah. I think after wrestling, maybe I'll get my own HGTV show or something. I don't know. We'll see.
We could call it Davienne Demolishes. Davienne. I don't know. Think of a good name.
I'm trying to do like Davienne Your Ugly House or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like your finisher, Davienne it all.
Yeah.
You're gonna Davienne your house.
Yeah, Davienne Your House. There we go.
Yeah. So we're here with Jack and Jill today, and they're looking to get rid of their house. They've called on Davienne.
Yeah, I'll just like drop kick the house.
Just run and drop kick it. Demolish it to the ground. And I also, since we've last talked, I bought my daughters for Christmas. Got a bigger trampoline, so like a full size trampoline in the backyard now. And they're practicing moonsaults.
My goodness.
Yeah, I know. Everyone says don't let them do that, but I mean they're in gymnastics. They do flips all the time, and they're out there. And I say to my oldest daughter, I'm like, can you do a backflip? But instead of landing on your feet, just land flat on your stomach like it was a belly flop. Mm-hmm. She goes, yeah, of course I can. She does it. It's like this perfect moonsault. Maybe it was because of my daughter, but it looked like Kurt Angle was going over on the trampoline and landing flat. And I'm just like, oh man, I am one wrestling ring away from my own backyard promotion. That's all I need. And then that made me think of you because you had said you were spoiled growing up because you had a wrestling ring in your backyard. And I was like, oh man, how can I get a wrestling ring? Can you just buy them?
Yeah, you can.
Where?
Monster Wrestling Rings is where I got mine.
Oh my God.
They sent us a VHS tape of how to set it up.
Is there really? Is there a YouTube tutorial?
I'm sure there is. So there's like all different kinds of rings though. So that kind of like depends. To be 1,000% honest, I still don't know how to like tighten things properly. I can just lay the boards in the middle and like put it together. I don't know how to like tighten anything. I'd be like, yeah, you guys do that. Like,
my wife,
I don't know.
My wife would kill me if I said, "Oh, I know what we're getting them for Christmas. We're buying a wrestling ring." Oh, you can't keep those up all year though. Oh, you'd have to take.
Yeah, see, like we had a barn, and my mom wanted horses. Yeah. And we were like, we had the barn up for like a year or so, and like there were no horses, so we were like, okay, wrestling ring, I guess.
Obvious transition.
Clearly
from horses to wrestling rings, but a lot has happened since we last talked. Things opened back up, and so how does AEW Dark come about?
It just kind of like fell in my lap. I do like know I have some friends who work for AEW and like put in a good word, and I reached out and I went and they were like, yeah, we like you, like have a match. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, so it just kind of like fell in my lap basically. I had never done any kind of television before besides my first match ever. My first match ever was for Ring of Honor. And that even like just fell in my lap. Like my trainer got an email and they were like, do you have anybody to fill this spot? And like, that's what happened. So I've never done extra work with WWE. I've never been to Impact, like nothing like that. So this was a whole new territory for me to be like, actually like reach out and like try. And not just like not get a response or just be like get a no. So I was like, oh, okay, like cool. This is like the biggest opportunity I've ever had. It was a great experience.
It was. I went back and rewatched it because I think I missed it the first time. And it was against Ty Conte. But that's interesting because I would never have guessed like that was really one of your first times like doing work like that. Like I don't know what that was. Was that you?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my computer.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. You made a face like you didn't know where that was coming from, and I'm like, I don't know where that's coming from either.
Oh yeah, it just like popped up, and it was like, hey, I had a bad match, and I was like, what? It's just like one of our students.
Oh, that's all right. Tell her there's always.
That's what I get. I'm like a wrestling mom.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I had a bad match, blah, blah, blah.
There it is again. Tell them, look, you can only go up from here. Everyone always has to work on stuff. You can always get better. But yeah, so I'm watching it and I'm thinking, I would have never guessed that was, your first or second time on national TV, or on that type of work. It was, you definitely looked natural.
Thank you.
You took a nasty knee to the face during the match.
Oh yeah.
And it was weird because you took the knee to the face, and Ty Conte looked at you and said, "Are you all right?" And I couldn't tell if that was her character, because at the time her character was basically being cocky and like rubbing it in your face and stuff. So I couldn't tell if she was just being if that was her character, or if, because I don't do any work, or she was literally saying, "Are you okay?" And I didn't know, but man, it was
maybe a mixture of both. Yeah. She was kind of like, "Ha." Like, I just broke your face, and also like, wait, I just broke your face.
Wait, I just may have broke your face. I just may have busted you open. But no, it was a good match.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
After the match, who do you lean on for critique, or do you not? And, what resonates most from that?
So when I was there, I got critique from Dustin Rhodes,
Okay.
he was there immediately when we got back through the curtain. Ty herself, Layla Hirsch,
Yeah.
Diamante,
Yeah.
Casey Navarro was there. He watched Mike Verna, in Bear Country. They were all really kind in giving me for watching and giving me feedback. So
Nice. Yeah. The other thing that you said that I guess I didn't know this. You reached out to them,
yes.
so that's interesting. So how, like, you knew some people there, you had friends there, so you felt comfortable enough just reaching out and say, "Hey, look, I'm
Um,
available."
so it was basically like a friend put in a good word and I was told to reach out.
Ah, gotcha.
So it was
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah,
heard you talk to somebody. Like, do you need me to send any matches? I would love to, talk to you about any opportunities. And then it was like, yeah, cool. Like,
Why
you
not?
available these dates? And I was like, whoa.
Yes, I am.
I was like, yeah, yeah. Even if I had like a funeral or something, I would still be going. So
Yeah.
there was no way I was missing it.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome because first of all, I was like, "Oh shit, I had her on the show. Now she's on Dark." And then it was just good. It was good stuff. Match was good all around. Can we see you back there?
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
Just kind of playing it by ear, I guess.
Yeah.
I got overwhelmed. The experience itself was overwhelmingly positive, and I got really positive feedback. So I'm hoping to go back.
Does a spot like that help you get booked? I mean, you were getting booked everywhere anyways. Like you had a name on the indie scene, but does now because you're on Dark carry a little more weight?
Um, See, I haven't really like noticed an
Right.
impact in my bookings. I think just because like there's still like travel restrictions and stuff.
Yeah.
I think if COVID wasn't a thing, or maybe if this happened like in the summer or something, maybe my schedule would have been like insane. Um, like everything that I have coming up is places that like Limitless,
Right.
Chaotic Wrestling, like those are my two homes.
Yeah.
Alley Cat's Real Hot Girl shit, like we had already been talking like before I went down to Dark. So it wasn't like anything crazy. My social media really blew up,
Yeah, I bet.
for sure. And it's actually really funny, like interview requests, like where it's just like I'm like, oh my God, how many podcasts can I cram in a week? Like I don't have the time. So that really like upped, which I don't know. Like I just because I wasn't expecting that many people would want to hear
Yeah.
me talk. So
Well,
um
it gives them to put a notch in their interview list. Well, we got
yeah.
Davienne from Dark. Davienne from AEW Dark. We got. No.
Like I don't know. I just still feel like I'm just like nothing. I don't know. Like I'm just like really humble. So like it sounds so dumb to say that like I'm humble. Like people who are
Right.
humble don't really say that.
Right.
But I'm just like I don't know. I'm just me. Like whatever. I'm nothing. And like somebody posted like this really nice article that was like US indie star to debut on AEW Dark, and I was like, who is calling me an indie star? Or like, and they were like cult fan favorite, and I was like, who are these people? Like, I mean, thank you, but I don't think of myself like that.
I'm gonna ask a question, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel like an asshole, but that's okay.
Okay.
Did the PWI 500 come out after our first interview? And if so, and were you on it?
I was not on the 500, but I was on the woman's 100.
That's what I saw. I knew I saw
Yeah.
something that you were in, and like an image of it, like your image, and then it has your little bio, your little stuff in it. So the PWI Women's 100. So that's great. That's good.
Yeah, that was wild too.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, there are so many women's wrestlers in the world. Like, what the hell? Like, I had no expectation at all. So really, really cool.
Yeah, you should definitely be proud of that for sure. There, you mentioned Chaotic and you mentioned Limitless. Those are two companies I want to get to, and then I definitely want to get to Alley Cat's hot girl shit. Right? Isn't that what it is, Vanessa?
Yeah.
Hot girl shit. Alley Cat's on April 9th in Tampa. Chaotic Wrestling. Used to be last time you were on the show, you were one half the tag team champions. You actually had the belt, showed us the belt. Unfortunately, you have dropped those straps since then. Who'd you drop them to, and when will you be getting them back?
So we lost to MSP, Aiden Aggro and Danger Kid, and we will not be having a rematch for the tag team championships because my partner JT Dunn decided to death by elbow me to the back of the head and then tombstone me through a chair. So
shame on him.
Death by Davey is dead. My friendship with JT is dead. And I'm trying to go for the heavyweight title so he can get out of my way. I already beat him. So
bigger and better things. Moving on up.
Yeah. Bigger and way better things. Like JT thinks he made me relevant. No, I make history. So
excellent. Chaotic world champion. I can see that.
Yeah, JT had to go and interrupt my heavyweight title match with Mike Berna last week. So, he's making my life very difficult.
Diva. That's what I believe that's what we called him last time.
Yeah, I always call him a diva. Yeah. He's a pain.
Limitless Wrestling and your rivalry with Ava Everett.
Another one of my friends who sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard somebody say this is the greatest rivalry in independent wrestling going today.
I mean, I genuinely appreciate that. That's awesome. But I had to lose a friend to have this really great rivalry, so it's kind of bittersweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Limitless up there in I want to say Bangor, Maine, but maybe
it's Limitless kind of goes all over. It's Orono, Portland,
but up in the Maine region.
Yeah, Orono is maybe near Bangor. My geography is horrible.
I have family up there in Bangor. I've never heard of Orono. I've been to Portland, but yeah,
I think
my geography's not good either.
I think Bangor is right near Orono. I think they're really close together, I want to say, because I believe the Limitless Dojo is in Bangor and it's like 15 minutes from the Orono venue. Also in Yarmouth, Maine.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about Limitless either until I had you on this show. I didn't know anything about the promotion at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, you were on, then I followed you and stuff. And then, who else was John Alba was doing some stuff with them and some other wrestler that I was interested in at the time. And, but that's some good stuff. That promotion is good.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love Limitless. I really like the quality, like the Double Vision show that just aired, like the production and like everything that got put into it. Like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, but I just like really like I've never had like a hype video for a match before. And Harry Aaron is a big part of the production, and I don't want to give all credit to Harry if other people were involved in making the video, but I know Harry did have a big hand in it. But all the promos and like this hype video, and they did like a virtual merch table, like it was sick. It was so sick.
Yeah.
And I just have like between the road and like all the promos and the hype videos and stuff, I've been loving watching it. And I'm like, oh, look at this, is so cool.
I just saw the road thing, but that those virtual merch tables are the greatest thing that I think. I've never seen one of those before.
I had no idea.
And I don't know if it's something that was birthed during this whole COVID virtual world that we're in now, but it's the greatest thing ever. It's like Amazon for independent wrestling.
Like Harry was like, send me the link for what you want your virtual merch table.
Yeah.
And I literally thought it was going to be like a tweet, like after the match or something, like, hey, go to this website if you want to buy their merch. No, it's like on the screen with a QR code. I was like, what the hell?
You just gotta hold your phone up there.
Yeah. Like insane.
Not America's Sweetheart shirt shipped to your door.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. Tell me about Erica Leigh, April 9th.
I'm really excited. I've never wrestled Erica before. So I'm psyched, like, to wrestle somebody new. Yeah. She's got some buzz going for her. So, like, let's see what happens, you know?
Davienne, her buzz.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that name, Erica Leigh, but I'll have to look into her now.
So she's been wrestling a little bit in like the Northeast area. Becca, who's one of our students at our school, she's been wrestling, or at least on the same shows as Erica a lot. So I've been like hearing the name.
Is Becca the scrunchy girl?
Sure is.
Got it.
There you go.
I love her. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
I love her too. She's just such a prize.
Yeah. Is she the one sending you messages telling you she had a bad match?
Yep.
Was it really?
Yep.
I
texted her. She's been wrestling for like a year, and I texted her and I was like, could you just please like have a bad match? Like, God, it took me so long to be able to like have consistently like good matches. She just like gets it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the type of critique, like, she's searching for that critique. Like, tell me what I did, tell me what I can do better at. Don't like pat me on the back. And that's
which
good.
Is part of the reason I love her.
Yeah, that's good stuff. The scrunchy girl,
she works so hard. The scrunchy girl.
Girl,
you know what? And she's cultivated a brand. Like, you think scrunchy, you think Becca, so good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Now, where are these students again? What's the school?
The New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it was New England. I didn't want to screw it up. The name.
Yeah, we call it NEPWA.
NEPWA.
NEPWA. NEPWA.
Yeah, NEPWA.
Yeah, we have a lot of really talented kids that are gonna like take over the Northeast.
Yeah. I saw where did they say you were they billed you from at AEW Dark?
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah, Worcester. Yeah, that's what and they go, Taz, are you over in Worcester? And Taz goes, yeah.
I was like, damn, I didn't expect my hometown, my crappy ass hometown to get so talked about.
Yeah,
like,
so much pop.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was fun to see. It was a really good match. Vanessa, have you watched her Dark match yet?
I've seen some Dark. I have a lot of Dark to catch up on because there seems to be so much of it. I tried very hard.
Yeah. I went because I couldn't remember it if I watched it the first time around or not, but I went and watched it, and you should definitely go watch it because it's fun to watch. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, just drop kick Ty like right in the gut and send her into the turnbuckle, or clothesline her right over, which you did a couple times. But it was a good match. You know, you rolled out of the ring once and are calling for a timeout.
Gosh, need me right in the face.
I'm like, whoa, slow it down, pump the brakes. It was good. It was good. So yeah, so hopefully they got Dark now. They got Elevation. Hopefully we'll see you there again. You're gonna shine in Tampa. Are you got any other shows in Tampa?
I don't. I only have the one.
Yeah.
But I am taking a vacation for the first time
Good for you.
in I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to Fort Lauderdale first to see one of my friends who lives there, and then go to Tampa and be all like tan and relax and enjoy.
That's good.
You know.
Good
yeah.
for you. That's awesome. Yeah.
I will not be tan. I will be spray tanned because I will burn.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Like, Allie, I will spray tan for you. It would take me about 1.5 years to get a natural tan. So.
Bless. Yeah. But no, that's good. So you'll be at Alley Cat's Hot Girl Shit, which was funny because when me and Vanessa were trying to get all these independent shows, we wanted to get as many people that were going to be on them on this show, so we could, they could promote it and whatnot, and where to watch and all that fun stuff. And I sent her the list, and I'm like, yeah, Alley Cat's Hot Girl Shit, I think I said, and Vanessa goes, "Is that the name of it, or you just like?" And I'm like, "No, that's it. That's the." And I had to go back and check. I was like, "No, that's what it is. Alley Cat's Hot Girl Shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Makes perfect sense.
Of course it does. Yeah. Like, go off, Allie.
Yeah. Where can we see that? Fight TV? Part of the collective, I think. Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
I think so too.
Yeah. I think it's Fight.
Yeah.
And because they moved off IWTV. Yeah.
It's so confusing. I know that the collective is on Fight TV. The showcase of the independents is on IWTV. Yes. So
honestly, I just have bless wrestling fans because you guys know so much more than I do. It's all I can do to manage my own schedule. Mm-hmm. And you guys know all these shows that are going on and where they're going to air. And I'm like, yo, I got no idea.
Well,
I have no idea.
I don't take too much credit. A lot of this I know because I literally spent from 3:00 today, when I realized the Red Sox were not on, from about 3 to 6, writing it all down and getting it all organized. But yeah, I mean, since I've started this show, I've learned so much more about independent wrestling and where to watch things and who's doing what and what's going on where. And now I've learned about Becky, the Scrunchy Girl. And so it's been a real wild ride. I mean, you were literally a year ago, you were right at the start when we ramped it up again, and it's interesting. And
now, it's on, just to verify, yes. It's on the 9th at noon, 12 p.m. No, that's not noon. Yeah, it is. That's noon.
I keep doing that, and I think she moved it to 11 a.m.
Okay, because this is right from the Fight website still.
Yes. We just got a Twitter DM that it's now 11 a.m.
Okay.
But believe me, I was really confused because I can't do AM or PM. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to stay up that late to wrestle? And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's noon, you stupid idiot.
I have that problem too. When I take the interviews from the show and I upload them to YouTube, sometimes I want to put them out at noon. So I scroll down the little tab to find noon. And I'm like, well, it's not 12 a.m. because it's not in the morning. But it's not 12 p.m. because it's not at night. And I'm just like,
it's so hard.
All right, 10 o'clock it is. So, yeah, we should just get rid of the 12 a.m. and p.m.
Wow. They should just write noon.
Just write noon. Make our lives easier.
It's the same amount of letters. You don't have to put the little dots in between.
Yeah, there was another I wanted to ask you something about a show. There was a show you were watching, and I don't remember what it was now. I can't remember. It was a super. Oh, you talked about your superhero shows on the CW, and it made me.
Oh yes.
It made me so that at the time a year ago you were catching up. You were watching all of them. Now,
yep.
I think I might be wrong. I think Superman and Lois. It's a new show.
Yes.
And I think that's on the CW.
It is.
It is. Are you watching that?
I am.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. I do.
Perfect. Great review.
Yeah.
Is it better than Smallville?
I didn't watch it.
I never watched Smallville. I was my parents deemed me too young to watch Smallville. when it was out, because I believe Smallville was CW, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wasn't allowed to watch the CW until I was like 16 or something. And at that point, like Smallville was so like in like it wasn't season 1 anymore. Like I would have been lost.
Yeah.
So I just never went.
You couldn't go back and watch it then, you know?
Yeah, I should now because I'm like running out of shows. I'm rewatching stuff.
Right.
So I like Superman and Lois. I really liked the pilot.
Okay.
Here's the problem with superhero stuff is I really like the pilot and like season 1, and then I'm like, okay, I don't like whatever you're doing now because I like the origin story.
Right.
And Superman and Lois, they did like 2 or 3 episodes, and now it's like not airing. And I'm like, what's
weird.
going on?
That's odd.
I don't know what's happening. So
yeah,
I
don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't watch it. I've been told to watch it. And usually the first seasons, like you said, and definitely the pilots, usually those first ones are quote unquote the origin story. They're actually what a movie would be if they did a movie instead.
Yes.
So yeah. I've been told to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. So
yeah. I'm watching The Flash now too. And I'm just like, what is happening in this show? Like, I have no clue. So I just leave it on in the background and just like go amongst my life, which is probably the reason I don't know what's going on in pretty much any television show that I watch.
Yeah.
Because I put it on in the background because I can't live without noise in my home.
Either.
And I play on my phone. I do 10 million other things. And then I like look up and I'm like, what is happening in this show?
It's like Netflix needs a category for stuff to watch while you play on your phone.
Yeah.
That's what it needs. Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm like, and that's like the problem too is Netflix, they now have the play something.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So it's great, right?
Yeah.
Until I put on play something to fall asleep and they start Grey's Anatomy. And I'm like, oh, well, now I watch it. And so now I'm 11 seasons deep into Grey's Anatomy again because of like I still watch like the current episodes. I'm like, this has ruined my life.
Yeah.
Ruined my life. So
my fall asleep show that I turn to is The Wonder Years.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, and it just got, I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah,
which is great. And I watched it like growing up, and then I watched it in college a lot. I had literally VCR tapes of episodes of it. That's how much I loved it. And I would put it in at night to fall asleep. So now if I put it on, I can, because I know everything that's going on, I probably fall asleep in like 20 minutes. It's great. It's great. So that's my fall asleep to The Wonder Years, which I guess is making a comeback.
I just watched The Nanny all over again.
Oh my God, you'll never fall asleep. Now you can fall asleep.
No, it's not a fall asleep show. That is a sit and binge show.
The Nanny. I don't know anybody that watches The Nanny.
I love The Nanny.
Oh my God.
I love it so much. And here's the problem. I was watching The Nanny so much that I was copying her voice.
Oh, let me hear it.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, so she does there's one episode and she goes, what are you, stoned? And like me and my brother lose it. Like, so I literally sent him a video of, what are you, stoned? Yeah. And he was like, you have a problem.
Yeah, you're bored.
Right. Yeah. And then she like the very first episode, she tries to like lose her accent and she goes like, how now, brown cow? And like this big woman in like a ugly brown suit like walks by. It's hysterical. Like it's so funny.
I can almost
even like all these years later, I still like laugh out loud to The Nanny. So
what do you think's better for shows? Do you think the pilot episode of shows are better or the finales?
I always think the pilot's better. I usually hate the finales of shows. Yeah. It just never ends the way I want it to.
It has so much to live up to that it is very tough.
I just watched the Criminal Minds finale today. And I was just like, ugh. Like
It's over. That finale's that was the finale, like series done.
Yeah, finale. Yeah. I guess it ended probably like a year or so ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like Netflix and Hulu, I guess CBS has their own streaming service, so they like got the access to like the Criminal Minds stuff.
Yeah.
So I just like found it and watched the last season this week. And like the finale happened, I was just like, like
on for so long.
What? This is pointless. I don't know. But yeah, pilots I think are way better.
Yeah, pilots are like origin stories. I like origin stories. You're right.
I like origin stories. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Lot of streaming watching. lot of that going around. A lot of binge. I was trying to tell my kids the whole concept of like waiting a week to watch a new episode. And
right?
They can't even wrap their minds around it.
Or how about like scrolling the channels to find something you want to watch?
Yeah.
Instead of just having an endless library
of whatever. It actually makes it harder to pick something to watch.
Yeah, which is why I always go back to what I know.
Yeah.
Why I'm watching Grey's Anatomy again.
Yeah. I tried to tell him, I was like, and look, the show was on at 9:00, and it was on from 9 to 9:30, and if you missed it, that was it. You didn't see it. Yeah. You couldn't go watch it there was no on demand. That you would have thought I told them, I don't even know. They were like, no on demand. You should see their faces when I told them there was no YouTube. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, I feel like we should just have a whole separate show, putting over TV.
Yeah.
We'll start a new spin-off show called Putting Over Binge Watching. Putting Over TV. Anyways, Davienne, I appreciate you coming back on. You're a pleasure to talk to. You're fun to talk to, actually. You're extremely fun.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see you April 9th. Allie Katz, hot girl shit on Fight TV at 11 a.m. for all you noon haters. For all you noon haters, it's at 11 a.m. Breaking news. We don't have a sound job for that yet, though. Anything else? I'm going to give you the mic. You can put yourself over. You can bury anyone. The floor is yours. You can do anything you want.
Oh, my gosh. Bury anybody. Don't give me that power. Wow, that was evil.
You're not America's sweetheart. So.
Yeah, exactly. Let me think. I'm trying to think. I just got announced for Experience Wrestling in May 21st, I think that's the date. I'm sorry, I suck. I can't remember anything. My brains are just scrambled eggs. But that's in Texas. So Experience Wrestling is my next booking after Alley Cat's. Actually, just kidding. I have Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling. I don't think that's going to be available to stream anywhere. So I'm not sure. Sorry. But every Wednesday, Limitless Wrestling's The Road on IWTV. Yep. Every Thursday, Chaotic Wrestling, 8 o'clock on Twitch.
That's right.
You can find me there. Sometimes you can find me like in 3 places in a week. It's cool, you know.
All over the place.
Yeah. And then social media, I'm just at Davienne __ Twitter and Instagram. Find me there. That's all I got.
You can also be seen on TikTok's huge in my house. My daughters love it. You can occasionally be seen on TikTok.
Yes, I'm occasionally on the Team C Stars. TikTok. Yeah,
TikTok. I've seen you there a few times.
I've been really slacking on the TikTok game. It was really fun when I was enjoying my summer and drinking too much.
It does seem like a summer-filled drinking fun app to be on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I was like really doing all my TikToks.
Yeah.
Now it's winter, it's crappy weather. I'm in my seasonal depression.
Yes. Are we all? Are we all?
Yeah.
Right.
So I have no, desire.
Motivation. No desire. Oh man.
I have no desire to make TikTok. I also hate like making TikToks by myself. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm a almost 27-year-old like loser making TikToks by myself. So I like to do it with my friends. I'm not hanging out with my friends, so I'm like, I'm not gonna make a TikTok. Even though they're like, hey, make a TikTok, like you should do this one. I'm like, no, I'm all set.
I'm fine.
But yeah, I'll make a cameo here and there on the Team C Stars TikTok account.
I had to get that in there because that was funny. They're good. Good stuff. Davienne, it's been a pleasure. Vanessa, did I leave anything out? You got anything to add?
I don't. But she did. She answered my ring question because she said she didn't know how to tighten the straps. And I always like to ask about setting up rings at shows. So. Yeah. That was already answered.
So I know like how to do it, but to do it right, I don't know. They're like, all right, turn 15 times, turn the top 15 times. I'm like, okay, like whatever. So you take like a screwdriver, just like a piece of metal, and you put it in the eyelet, and then you just turn it and it tightens. I don't know how tight it needs to be. I don't usually do anything off the rope. So I'm just like, oh, whatever. Like, I'm not going to do anything dangerous. You guys jump off of them. But yeah, that's how you turn and loosen them, tighten and loosen them.
I would think they're like guitar strings.
Yes.
And if you don't play guitar.
So underneath the ring too, there's these things called come-alongs.
Okay.
Yep.
And like some rings have them, some rings don't. And there's different ways to like adjust the come-alongs to make the ring like bump better.
Huh.
I don't know how to do that. I would destroy the ring.
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Awesome. There we go. So when I get my ring for my backyard, I will know how to tighten it and about come-alongs.
Yeah.
I need a barn though. I think what step 1, build a barn. I'm running out of space in the backyard. Step 1, build a barn. Step 2, put a ring in said barn so I can leave it up all year round.
Yes.
I think that's the best plan of attack.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
For sure. Davienne, you've been a pleasure. You're welcome back anytime to promote anything you want. And when you win that Chaotic Wrestling World Championship, you definitely have to come on and show it. For sure.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Allie Katz, Hot Girl Shit, April 9th. In Tampa, Fight TV, 11 a.m. The Collective. Davienne, you've been a pleasure. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Thank you. You too.
Yep. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Great stuff.